Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are playing chapter 6 of Terminal this time, and this chapter has 3 parts. I'll show you the walkthrough of all the 3 parts. So the first thing, you need to come and take a look at this poster. It says when the door is locked, you basically need to mark the rooms with the correct danger to open this. Here is the list of dangers, and it also says that when there are multiple dangers in a room, you need to mark the most dangerous one. Then, of course, this is really important. This is how you will decide which room has what danger. And then you come here, take a look at this. You can see 5754 has fire in it. So 5754 has fire, so let's just mark fire. 57, where is 5754? I'm blind or something? Yep, here. This one has fire. Now, again, this puzzle is very lengthy, so I'll just show you guys how to do a couple of rooms, and then I'll share the answer with you guys. So 216. So like this, basically you have to solve all the rooms in the layout. I'll attach a diagram here to explain the answer with you guys. The room numbers will change, but the pattern will not. So for example, in the diagram, you can see in sector 1, the top room is electrified, which means 3911 is electrified. Let's just mark it quickly. This is electrified. Now this room number at the top of sector 1 could be different for you, but the room, whatever room number is there, that will be electrified. Then come to the left and the bottom. These two, sector 1, left and the bottom is acidic. So 8296 is acidic. Let's just mark. Then room of sector 3, that is fire. Doing it correctly, you will see a green light on the top of the door, which means it is now open and you can escape. So yeah, that is it for that is it for part 1 of chapter 6. Now let's start with the part 2. So in part 2, you will spawn in this room. Nothing is useful here. Come to here and take a look at this location poster. You can see this poster has one on it, first on it, and then come to this poster. Note down the location name. You can see this has second in it, and then this one has third. Here you can see the third, and lastly, New Varna has fourth written on it with underline. So these are the 4 locations. Okay, wait, I forgot to tell you guys. Another poster here. Take a look at this. Don't be late. Pay attention to R. R means pay attention to the time that your train departs. So now that we have all the 4 locations, we can check the depart time of all these 4 locations. So first is 1 p.m. Then we have 12 p.m. and 7 a.m. and then we have lastly New Varna, which is 2 p.m. Now that we have a 5-digit code, but usually the codes are 4 digits, so that means this is not the code. Now what we need to do is take a look at this poster here. It says if we always stand, and that is underlined and bold, that means we need to stand on the R point of view. So now that we know that the first one is 1 p.m. So you can jump and see that this is 12 o'clock, right? So this is 12 o'clock, that means this is going to be the 1 o'clock, right? So you can jump on it, just jump on this platform and you can see a number there. The first one is 4, then jump on the 12 o'clock, and now you can see a digit 9, then 7 o'clock, so this is going to be 6 o'clock and this is going to be 7 o'clock, and you can see digit 8 from here, and lastly for 2 o'clock, this is 12, this is 1 and this is 2 o'clock, stand on this stand and you can see 7. This should be our code. 4987. Enter the code here, 4987, which is correct. On to the next part of the puzzle. Now you can see here is the code given, that the code is 2 numbers are missing, and then 4. We already have 2 numbers, and the middle wall will give us the next 2 numbers. It's clearly written in this poster. And also what you need to do is remove papers about AI and bloodline. Here is also some of the information that you might need. So now let's start removing these papers that has any news that is talking about AI or bloodline. So let's do this. So removing the papers correctly will give you this 4-digit code, which is 2854. Enter the code here, 2854. And now keep going ahead on to the next room. You will come to this room. Now here, come straight to this poster. You need to find the room numbers of these four people. So let's do this. Ethan. I think to keep it short, I should just show you some example and then I can share the answer maybe directly. Anyway, let's start. So, for example, let's start with, let's say, let's start with Morgan. So Morgan is this guy. Where is Morgan? So Morgan, in the notes it is written left note on a napkin at the desk. The napkin is here. So Morgan has left a note for Freddy which says call me between 8 to 8:15. So Freddy's, let's first find the room number of Freddy. No, we don't need that. So between 8 to 8:15 there is only one call, that is from room number 204 to 203. So Morgan's room number is 203, obviously. Easy, 1 1 2 3, and this is 203. Now should I do one more? Okay, let's just do one more. Let's do, maybe let's see whom we can do. So is there any matching name? Nope. Yep, so let's do, where is this one? Let's do maybe this guy. Let's do Jess. So Jess, it says no suitcase or a hat. Okay, come to this poster. You can see Jess's room number starts with 10, and there could be only the possible room number says 101, 102, 103, 104. 5 and 6 is not booked, so 107 and 108. Let's just cut the room numbers that we already know of. In this 101 is Jim, so let's cancel this. 108 belongs to Gus, that means this is also not possible. Then 107 and 3 is also booked with other guests. So these are the only two rooms that is possible. Now in the note it is says that no suitcase or hat. So 101, 103, nope. Okay, let's see this, this. Okay, 107, nope. 104. Let's come back to this poster. 102. 102 belongs to this guy. So only one possible room number, that is 104. So like this, basically you need to get, I've already showed you guys how to get the room numbers of two. So like this, based on the information in this room, you need to get uh, the room numbers of all the given four people. Let me just check my notes. Yeah, I have it here. So here is what the room numbers are, and here it says just focus on the last digit of all the room numbers, which is 2 6. So 2 6, then 4 and 3, 4 and 3, which is correct. On to the next puzzle. Now you can see some clues on the wall. Let's just do clue number 1 and 2 together. So clue number 1 is in the first room, use arrival times instead of departure. And clue number 2 is how many newspapers are left on the wall. So for this you need to go back to from where you started all the way to the back, and here we are. Now we already know the four locations. Let's just do it again. So this is our location number 1, this is our location number 2, then this is our location number 3, this is going to be our location number 4. Now instead of departure time, this time we will use arrival time. So let's just keep start. So this is 11 o'clock, then this is 10 o'clock, this is 6 o'clock, and lastly new Varna is 12 o'clock. Now that we have it, let's just start. So this is 12 o'clock position, so let's just stand on 11. So 11 o'clock is 1, then 10 will obviously be just here. So this is 3, then 6, for 6 is this one, 6 o'clock. It looks like a 6 to me. New Varna is 12, which means all the way back to that side. So this is 12, 12 you get 9. So this is our code. Now you don't really have to enter it, you just need to keep it in mind. So clue number 1 is 1369. Just keep this in mind. Wait, why did I forget to write 1? Now for clue number 2, if you remember, I told you guys that in the floor it was written that you need to count the number of papers in the room. So let's just count. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, and then 1, the 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 11 plus 14. Then we have 5, 10, 13, 13 here, and 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. So adding these, what do you get is, I have my notes here, 55. So clue number 2, there are 55 papers in the room. Now third one is a bit difficult, so let's just go and do the third clue. And here we are. So the clue number 3, it says double the code to the third room. Now I'm not sure if you guys remember the code of third room. So it was, I think it was 2643. So double it and you get 5286. So 5286. And now what do you need to find is what time did the murderer check in? Again another puzzle. So the murderer, okay, Morgan Gray has been murdered. So the murderer checked in before the person who received the most calls. So uh, this guy received the most calls. So 206. 206 is Ethan. That means he checked in before 12:20 p.m. and he checked in after the person who made the most call, which is room number 108, and 108 is this guy at 10 a.m. So the murderer checked in between this time. That is the first information that we get from these two. And then he did not leave a hat on the rack. So let's just write all the possible room numbers. So after 10, 203, 306, 303, 304, and then we have 107, 103, 204, 208, and 104 and 206. No, 206 is not possible. So these are all the possible room numbers of the murderer, and he did not leave any hat, which means cannot be 303, cannot be 204. Do we have a 204 here? Yes. Then cannot be 107, and also cannot be 302. There is no 302. Now for the last hint, he checked in at a time when the last digit met the last digit of the latest person who checked in with the suitcase. Last person to check in with the suitcase is 309, and 309 checked in at 5. Last digit of that time is 5. So the last digit of the time of the murderer should be 5 as well. Let's just start from here. 20. What do we have here? Is 306. No, he's not on the list. 304 is on this list. No. 103 maybe. Yeah. So it ends with 0. So cannot be this room. Then we have 208, which is again ends with a 0. So cannot be this room. 104 ends with a 5. So let's keep in mind. Okay. So this is done. Onto this list, which is 203. Ends with a 5. So can be this guy. Then 306 cannot be this guy because it ends with a 0, and 304 again ends with a 0. So these are the possible two room numbers of the murderer, but focus on the first line. Morgan Gray has been murdered. So Morgan, the guy in room number 203, has been murdered. So this is the room number of the murderer, which is this guy, and his check-in time is 12:05. That means our clue number 3 is 12:05. Now that we have all the three clues, you need to simply add them to get the final code. Clue number 1, clue number 2, and clue number 3. Don't worry, I've kept it in my notes. So this is what you get. So after adding all these three clues, which is 1369, 55, and 1205, you get a total of 2629, which is our final code. And yes, that is done. Part number 2, call the elevator, and then you will be teleported to part number 3. Let's just start with part number 3. Let's just wait for the cutscene. Hi everyone, welcome back to part 3. Why did I say welcome back? Because I took a break in between. Anyways, in part 3 you will spawn here, collect the spray paint here, then collect the wire cutters and collect the rubble, and the last thing you need is wrench. Now that you have everything that you need right now, then come to this glass and you can inspect it. And the character says if only I had a way to break it, and the way to break it is come to this workbench, then use your flashlight. You can separate it, and now you can use your empty flashlight and combine it with rubble to get a heavy flashlight, and you can use this heavy flashlight to break this glass, and the glass has been broken. Now next you can inspect this, which is more glass to break. This one seems a lot thicker, so to break this you need tile shreds and this hammer. Go to the workbench, and now you can combine tile shard and no, wait, you need to first separate the sledgehammer. Now you can combine mallet and tile shard to get a sharp mallet. Now that you have it, you can throw it on the glass here, and you can see, oh, fire. You can inspect it again, and it says the fire is too hot to do anything. You need to put it out the fire, and you can do so by using the water, obviously. So you can inspect, and it says the tank is held down by screws. So you can use a wrench to unscrew it, and you can inspect again. Now it says these screws are completely stripped down. How else can I remove them? So you can collect the beaker from here, then go out, and you can find nitric acid here. There's a poster as well that gives you an info on it. So just collect empty beaker, the nitric acid in the glass empty beaker, and then you can use it on the screws here, and now you can pick up the water tank. Use the water tank in this fire, and it's off. Now you can inspect again, and says, whoa, gotta be careful around the acid pool. It seems to be a lot more dangerous basically. So we can collect this acid in our empty tank, and we can come to this side. Now again, inspect here. You can see if there's any way to go around this code instead of just solving it. So there is of course a way, which is to use this acid on the keypad. Now the door is open. On to the next part, which is upstairs. Now here, go read this text. By the way, this code, this keypad is actual. You will have to find a code. So here at the very end, it says at the meeting they gave me a bedroom code, which is obviously this one, and they told me never to write it down. So I guess I'll use a line code. So basically, you need to decode this code, which is not boring. Boring is a key, is a rotation key of the code, and this is the actual code that you need to decode. So let's decode this. Go downstairs, and you will find the line puzzle. Yep, here is it. So here is all the steps to decode. Go through them. It's a bit lengthy to explain. So first, just focus on this. This is boring key. You can convert it into the rotation key, which is B is 2, sorry, B is 2, O is 1, and R, where is R? R is 4. Then we have I, which is 2. Lastly, N and G is both 7 and 7. Now, onto the code. Let's wait. I need to click on a poster to decode. Yep. So let's do it step by step. So let's first decode this. Let's just decode this part now. So you can come here and you will see. Wait, not this poster. Yep, here. Here you can see neg into binary is this. So let's just write it to binary. It is 0010101. Now look at the rotation key. I'm just clicking on the poster here just to so that I can access the cursor here. Yep. So now that we have the binary, we need to rotate it 2 times. Okay. So you can actually do it like here shown in the example, or there is an easy way. If you need to rotate it 2 times, just pick the first 2 words and type it in there. So this is what you will get after rotating. Now that we have the decoded binary, you can use it to convert it into an alphabet again, which is, as you can see, where is it? Yep, I think this is the one, 1010100. Yes, it is T. So our first digit is T. Then let's decode this part, which is just in bracket. So how to decode it? First find its binary, which is here, right? So let's just write its binary form, which is 111111. Now this time you need to rotate it 1 time, which means simply just pick up the first letter, put it at the end. Now this is the decoded version. Convert it into alphabet, which is this one, right? Nope, this is not this one. It is W. Yeah, 111, 0 and 111. Yeah, it is W. So our second is W. Sorry, W. So we have this so far. Let's just do one more for an example. Let's just do this dash. Okay, where is dash? No, this is not dash. I think this is a typo. Let me go check first. It's supposed to be something else, I think. Did I wrote it wrong? Yep, it's supposed to be not dash, it's supposed to be this. Okay, now let's go decode. Otherwise, we would have done it all wrong. So let's just go find the same symbol. The game is a bit laggy. Anyways, where is the same symbol? I can't read it. Is this the one? No, this is dash. I don't think this is the same one. Do we have the same symbol here? Yeah, here is it. So this one into binary, into binary, into binary is 1 1 1 1 1, which is 3 and 3, 6 ones and 1 0, as you can see here. Now you need to rotate it 4 times. So 4 times, just copy the first 4. Easy way to do is this 4 and then put it at the end. So now we have the decoded version, and let's find the word. So where is it? Okay, this is the one, double one, 0 and triple one. Sorry, 4 times 1, which is O. So our third alphabet is O. So as you can see, decoding this part so far gives us 2. How do I? Yep, I don't know how to type it. So basically decoding this part, you get 2, which is our first digit. So like this, you need to decode the rest of the code. Decoding which you will get is this code. So decoding this once again, you will get 2, 4, 8, and 1, which is the bedroom code. It was a bit tough to explain. I hope I was able to explain to you guys. Anyways, decoding this, you get the bedroom code, which is 2481. 2481. And now you can enter this part. You can inspect here. You can see I need to get up to the landing, but it's too high for me to jump, which means you need to make a rope. Now how to make a rope is you need to go back to the very first area, which is this one. Here you will see a lot of security cameras. So collect all of them because you will need each and every one of them. Then you can basically come to the craft bench, and now you need to separate all the security cameras. Let's just do it. So once doing all the separating the all the security cameras, you get scrap metal and wire. Merge the wires, merge all the wires that you have. Okay, done. So you get 4 long wires. Now you need to merge these long wires, and now you need to merge these braided wires with to get a wire rope. Now that we have the wire rope, we can go upstairs. Use the rope here to climb. Where is the rope? Yep, rope here. Climb. Then you can basically inspect or use scrap metals here to get the gear outline. Use all the scrap metals, all the 9 scrap metals. So now that you have all the 9 gear outlines, you can go back to make the actual gears. So go back to the craft bench. Now what you need to do is gear outline and merge it with wire cutters to get gears. Do it with all these gear outline. Almost done. 2 more to go. Now we have all the thin gears. So what we need to do is use the gears, but before that we need to solder it. I don't know if anybody is from engineering here. If you guys are from engineering, you will understand what I mean. Basically, in simple, what you need to use fire on them. So first place all the gears that you have just made. So all of them are done. Now you need to basically use fire. Now just I need a way to melt these gear sheets together. Now to make fire, you need this bed sheet. Collect this. Go all the way back to the workbench. And now we need to craft a flamethrower. And how to do it is basically bed sheet plus stick handle makes a unlit torch. Then unlit torch and wire, I think. Nope. Unlit torch and battery makes, nope, even not this. I'm now confused. Okay, wire plus batteries makes a short circuit. Short circuit and spray paint. Sorry, short circuit and unlit torch makes a torch. And torch and spray paint makes a fire flamethrower. Now that we have the flamethrower, we can solder the gears. So go all the way back to that area where I. Oops, why do I keep falling? Now use the flamethrower here and collect the gears. They are now soldered. You need to basically. So starting again, 8 goes here, 26 goes here, 18 goes here, 22 goes here, then 16. Wait, where is 16? 16 goes here, 30, 34. Then we have 24. Then we have 12. Lastly, we have is 20 and 10 for the last two over there. 20 and 10. Then we have 3, which is this, and this. Doing it correctly will be bring back power to the generator, and now you can escape. So yeah, that is it for chapter 6. You have now successfully escaped. All the 6 chapters have been done, and yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.